1992 Bowman Baseball Cards, 10 Most Valuable. Collectors weren't really sure what to expect from 1992 Bowman Baseball Cards, but we had a better idea than we had entering into 1991. When Topps first resurrected the Bowman brand back in 1989, they went with a clean design and an oversized cardstock that definitely harkened back to an earlier era. But collector reception to the big cards was lukewarm, so Topps returned to their standard 2.5-inch by 3.5-inch dimension for 1990 Bowman. Still, player selection was about what you would have expected from a largest checklist. Plenty of stars, some rookie cards, and a preponderance of commons. In 1991, Topps stuck with that formula, but infused Bowman with some foil stamp and an even stronger run of rookies. Then in 1992, Topps finally ditched their mushy brown cardstock for a more premium white medium for its base set, and the stage was set for Bowman. Sure enough, when Bowman rolled out later that year, it was blazing white, just like the main Topps set, and it showcased more rookies, and more pre-rookies, than ever before. In the years that followed, Bowman became the place to find baseball rookies, and that trend continues today. All of which makes the 1992 Bowman a sort of landmark set, even though it's not scarce by any means, and it certainly falls within the heart of the vaunted, hated, maligned junk wax era. Still, with all the rookies and all those years in between, this set offers up something for everyone, and still even holds some value. Here then are the 10 most valuable 1992 Bowman baseball cards in PSA 9 condition, as determined from recent eBay sales. Starting with number 10 and working our way up to number 1. 1992 Bowman Manny Ramirez, number 532. This preppy card is one of several Manny rookies issued during 1992. A dozen years later, Ramirez rookie cards were among the most popular in the hobby after he helped the Boston Red Sox win a World Series title, and he started piling up career numbers that would surely lead him to Cooperstown. Alas, as with so many other big names of the era, Ramirez stepped knee-deep into the PED quagmire and left his Hall of Fame hopes hanging by a thread. Still, enough fans and collectors remember the good times to make this about a $10 card in PSA 9 condition. 1992 Bowman Ken Griffey Jr., number 100. The hobby and the game were just waiting for Griffey to explode as 1992 dawned. Fresh off his first 100 RBI season and showing flashes of the speed and power that had had pundits predicting greatness for him since he was a kid, the bloodlines didn't hurt either. The kid was already a hobby star. The summer of 1992 would be another all-around all-star season. And when the power arrived in 1993, Junior's cards blasted off from their already lofty positions. This fourth-year Griffey was a popular pull from the get-go, and trades today for around $10 to $15 in PSA 9 condition. 1992 Bowman Frank Thomas Foil, number 551. By 1992, the Big Hurt had one monster season under his belt, and was looking like he had the goods to rewrite wide swaths of the record book. With his unmatched, at the time, combination of high batting average, huge on-base numbers, and big power, Thomas was an instant hobby hit. It was no surprise then when Topps chose Thomas as one of their 45 players in their 705-card 1992 Bowman issue to be featured on gold foil bordered parallels. Big Frank was also among a group of 18 whose gold version was half-printed compared to the rest of the golds, which were inserted in wax packs in certain boxes of the product. Though Thomas cooled down later in his career, he was an easy Hall of Fame choice, and his 1992 Bowman Gold is a $10 to $15 card in PSA 9 these days. 1992 Bowman Chipper Jones, number 28. Even though this card gives Jones the prepster treatment, Chipper actually ran the rookie card gamut in 1991, and that included a Bowman rookie card. Still, this is an early career card of a Hall of Famer, one of the 10 or so greatest third basemen ever, and it certainly catches your eye, good or bad. Little surprise then that this Chipper checks in here at around $15 in PSA 9 condition. 1992 Bowman Kenny Lofton, number 110. After coming over from the Houston Astros in a December 1991 trade, Lofton settled into center field for the Cleveland Indians and set about setting the table for the franchise's turnaround. Indeed, by 1995, the Indians were in the World Series, and Lofton was a 4-time base-stealing champ, 3-time Gold Glove winner, and a 2-time All-Star. Though Lofton left town after the 1996 season, he would be back twice more before his 17-year career came to a conclusion in 2007, and he would continue to ignite offenses on the field. In all, Lofton played for 11 different teams. Lofton hung up his spikes with more than 2,400 hits, more than 600 stolen bases, and a solid case for Hall of Fame enshrinement. That may still happen thanks to the Eras Committee, and if it does, today's $15 to $20 price tag for this 1992 Bowman card will look pretty attractive. Note, Lofton appears as an Astro in the 1991 Bowman set. 1992 Bowman, Cal Ripken Jr., number 400. Ripken was nowhere near being a rookie entering 1992, but he was coming off arguably his finest overall season in 1991. A stellar 323, 34 home runs, and 114 RBI performance that netted Cal his second American League MVP award. 1983 was his first. It was also a take that sort of statement to critics, who insisted that Ripken's dogged pursuit of Lou Gehrig's record for consecutive games was sapping his numbers and cheating the Orioles of a better fate. His point made to the tune of 11.5 WAR in 1991. Ripken trained his sights on the finish line, which he crossed in 1995. In between, Cal was always among the top few names in the hobby, and much of that shine remains today. This 1992 Bowman Ripken sells in the $15 to $20 range when slabbed in mint condition. 1992 Bowman Pedro Martinez, number 82. By 1992, Martinez was the ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers rotation. Ramon Ramirez, that is. There was hope among Dodgers faithful and rookie card speculators that younger brother Pedro could eventually approximate his siblings' early success, but the younger Martinez's slight frame caused some to worry. As it turns out, that concern was valid, as Pedro had some trouble staying on the field, especially from his late 20s on. In 2000, at age 28, he dropped to 29 starts and 186.2 innings pitched, and he saw 30 starts just 3 more times. Still, that 2000 season produced his third and final Cy Young Award, and Pedro went on to remain one of the greatest pitchers overall in the game through the middle of the decade. And while Martinez appeared in the late season set in 1991, this is his first Bowman card. As such, it's about a $20 buy in PSA 9 condition. 1992 Bowman, Trevor Hoffman, number 11. When you think about Trevor Hoffman, the Cincinnati Reds are probably just about the last team to come to mind. After all, everybody knows that the future Hall of Famer got his start with the Florida Marlins before making his hay with the San Diego Padres. Truth is, though, Hoffman was the Reds' 11th round pick in 1989 before they left him unprotected for the 1992 expansion draft. That's when Florida came calling. Halfway through that inaugural season for the Marlins in 1993, they included Hoffman in a deal that brought Gary Sheffield to Miami, and the Padres shifted him to closer that next season. The rest is Hall of Fame history, even if Hoffman's rookie card tells a different story. This unexpected rookie card fetches $30 to $35 in PSA 9 today. 1992 Bowman, Mike Piazza, number 461. Piazza's story has been told countless times throughout the years, but it bears repeating that the catcher worked his way up from the 62nd round selection in 1988 draft to standing on the brink of a major league roster spot as the 1992 season dawned. Sure, his initial selection may have been a favor to family friend Tommy Lasorda, but Piazza did the on-field and off-field work himself, breaking out with 29 home runs and 80 RBI for the high-A Bakersfield Dodgers in 1991. That performance got him a promotion to Double-A to start 1992, and also a spot in Bowman's revamped, rookie-focused 1992 set. When Piazza broke into the majors for good in 1993 with one of the best offensive showings by a catcher in recent memory, this card took off and never really looked back as Piazza marched towards Cooperstown. Today, Piazza's Bowman rookie card is about a $40 buy in graded mint condition. 1992 Bowman, Mariano Rivera, number 302. Rivera looks anything but intimidating in this preppy shot, but that slender build and relaxed right arm were already mowing down minor league hitters when this card hit the hobby. Within 3 years, Mo would debut in the Bronx, and his excellent showing as a super setup man to John Wetland in 1996 helped the Yankees win their first World Series in generations. Rivera moved into the closer role the next year and stayed there for another 15-plus seasons. Along the way to the first ever unanimous Hall of Fame election, Rivera predictably became a hobby favorite, and his 1992 Bowman rookie card checks in north of $125 in PSA 9 condition these days.